The end of ordinary life, or how ordinary people turn their dreams into millions. Today, all our stories have one thing in common: belief in their ideas and willingness to take risks. These people started from the most ordinary conditions, but their persistence, labor, and creativity made the impossible possible. What do a high school student from New York, a designer from Texas, a school teacher from Montana, and a stay-at-home mom from Florida have in common? They started from the most ordinary of circumstances and were able to build businesses that turned their lives upside down. These are stories not about magic, but about reality. A reality where a simple idea, perseverance, and belief in yourself can make you a millionaire. Today, we will all try to uncover the secrets of their success. Let's analyze these and other stories in detail, starting from their childhood, ordinary life, first steps in business, and up to incredible success. Adam Weiss, a schoolboy who made millions from video games. Adam Weiss was born in 2005 in the bustling and dynamic New York City. His family are typical big city dwellers. His father worked as a cab driver to support his family, and his mom was a nurse in a local hospital. Ever since he was a kid, Adam had a passion for video games. But his interest went beyond the usual entertainment. He dreamed of not only playing, but also creating something of his own. It all started with the Roblox platform, where players could not only explore worlds, but also create them themselves. Adam noticed that thousands of people were willing to pay real money for virtual items, costumes, and decorations. He was only 14 years old when he decided to try his hand at being a developer. Gathering his friends, he created a small studio and started creating unique game items. The first year brought him $10,000, a huge sum for a teenager. But that was just the start. With each passing month, the popularity of his studio grew. People loved his designs because they were colorful, interesting, and unique. Adam invested the first money he earned in professional equipment and hired a few more specialists. By the age of 19, his company had grown into a real gaming business with an annual turnover of over $3 million. Today, Adam is a millionaire, but he continues to develop his projects, dreaming of creating his own full-fledged game. Emily Carter, a designer from Texas who conquered the fashion world. Emily Carter was born in 1992 in Austin, Texas. Her parents were school teachers, and as a child, Emily did not have a lot of wealth and a luxurious life. However, she always had a passion for creativity, drawing, making collages, and sewing clothes for her dolls. After high school, Emily went to the University of Texas to study graphic design. Her work has always stood out for its creativity and unconventional approach. But after graduation, she ended up in a small studio where she felt her potential was not being utilized to its full potential. And as it always happens, one day, while cleaning, Emily found an old fabric and decided to make a bag out of it. It wasn't just a hobby. She created something her friends loved. They encouraged her to try selling her products. Emily started on the Etsy platform, posting her bags made from recycled materials. Her approach was unique. She creates eco-friendly items with original designs. And then one day again, her products were noticed by a famous blogger with millions of followers. This became the breaking point. Emily's bags started selling by the thousands, and soon she was able to quit her job. Now her brand is sold in 50 countries, and the company's annual turnover exceeds $12 million. Emily continues to create her collections while supporting the environment and inspiring others. Michael Hudson is a teacher who changed education. Michael Hudson was born in 1980 in the small town of Bozeman, Montana. His parents were farmers, and from a young age, Michael knew what hard work was all about. He always dreamed of becoming a teacher to help children achieve their goals. After college, he began teaching math at a local school. However, Michael saw that traditional education was not always effective. Many students simply couldn't understand complex topics. Michael decided to try a different approach. He began making short videos where he explained complex math concepts in simple and easy-to-understand language. At first, he showed these videos only to his students, but then he started posting them on YouTube. His Learn with Hudson project became a success and quickly gained popularity. Parents and teachers from all over the country began sharing his videos, and subscriptions to the platform brought in more and more income. 2 years later, Michael earned his first $1 million. Today, his education platform is valued at $25 million and helps children around the world. Sarah Miller, a mum on maternity leave who became a food blogger. Sarah Miller was born in 1987 in Jacksonville, Florida. She graduated from community college and married her high school classmate. When their first daughter was born, Sarah decided to quit her job to devote all of her time to her family. While at home, Sarah began experimenting with recipes. She created a YouTube channel to share her dishes with friends. Her idea was to show simple recipes for busy people. Her video of a 3-ingredient pie recipe went viral, racking up 10 million views. Sarah quickly realized that cooking could be her career. She began monetizing her videos by signing contracts with major brands. Today, her channel brings in over $1 million a year, and she has an audience of over 5 million subscribers. Airbnb, how an air mattress started a multi-billion-dollar company. In 2008, two friends from San Francisco, Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia, were facing financial problems. They couldn't pay the rent on their apartment and decided to rent out a room with an air mattress to tourists. This is how the Airbed and Breakfast project came about. At first, the idea seemed strange. People doubted that anyone would trust strangers in their homes. But Chesky and Gebbia found a creative way to get attention. They started selling boxes of cereal under the brand names Obama O's and Captain McCain's to earn money to promote the startup. Through their persistent approach, they have turned Airbnb into a platform where millions of people find accommodations around the world. Their secret to success is simple. If you solve your own problem, you may be solving a problem for millions of others. Etsy, a world of creativity and new possibilities. When Robbie Cullen came up with Etsy, his goal was simple: to give handmade artisans the opportunity to sell their products. The online platform was a real lifesaver for creators who previously couldn't compete with large corporations. Initially, the site was simple, and crafters had no experience selling online. But over time, Etsy began offering tutorials to sellers, helping them not only create, but also earn money from their creations. Today, Etsy connects millions of creative people, proving that a hobby can become a successful business. Stay tuned, as we're already on our way to the secret formula of their amazing success. The world is full of examples of people achieving success by starting small. Here are some more stories that inspire. And many famous and wealthy people at the beginning of their journey could not even imagine that as a result of believing in themselves and hard work, they would find stunning success. Joanne Rowling, from no money to world recognition. Joanne Rowling was born on July 31, 1965 in Yate, England, into a family of ordinary workers. Her father worked at the factory engineer, and her mother worked as a laboratory assistant at school. Despite the modest income, the family encouraged Joan's love of reading and writing. The girl from childhood loved to invent stories, which she told her younger sister Diana. During her school years, Joan was not an outstanding student, but stood out for her imagination. After leaving school, she went to Exeter University, where she studied French and classical philology. Her career began as a secretary for Amnesty International, and she later moved to Portugal to teach English. In 1990, Joan first thought of writing a novel about a boy wizard while on a train from Manchester to London. But her life changed dramatically. After divorcing her husband, she was left alone with a young daughter, Jessica, barely making ends meet. Joan lived on single mother's allowance and wrote a novel in a cafe while her daughter slept. When the manuscript for the first Harry Potter book was completed, it was rejected by 12 publishers. Finally, Bloomsbury Publishing agreed to print a small run of 1,000 copies, and that was the beginning of her triumph. Today, the Harry Potter book series has sold more than 500 million copies, has been translated into 80 languages, and has been adapted into 8 films. Joanne Rowling's fortune is estimated at over 1 billion. Let us also remember our old Steve today. May his soul rest in peace. The good memory of him and his legacy will always be with us. Steve Jobs. Does the revolution start in the garage? Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak started Apple in a garage. They had no money, so Jobs sold his van and Wozniak sold his favorite calculator. They set a goal to make computers affordable and convenient for everyone. But success didn't come right away. The company suffered many failures, and Jobs was even fired from his own firm. But he came back, created revolutionary products like the iPhone, and turned Apple into the first company to reach a $3 trillion capitalization. Jobs' story shows that passion and vision can change the world if you are willing to take risks and fight for your ideas. Famous and successful people never hide their past and hard road to success. They are proud of it. And of course you know them and many others well. Oprah Winfrey grew up in poverty, but became one of the most influential women in the world by creating a media empire. Colonel Sanders founded KFC after 60 years, proving that age is no barrier to success. Taika Waititi started making movies with minimal budgets and now directs Marvel blockbusters. What's your idea? You may have something in your head right now that could change your life forever. The key is to believe in yourself and start taking action. I guess we're ready to put together a general formula for their success. Here's what it looks like. Phenomenal belief in yourself, your choices, and your success. Our creator-given life is beautiful, amazing, and full of surprises. Everything is in our hands. Even in the most difficult periods of life, we should not despair and give up. All the heroes of our video are a vivid example of this. You only need to want and allow yourself everything, and above all, to be happy here and now. Life can always start again and succeed. To prove, first of all, to yourself that the Creator was not mistaken when He created you.